NLWN-TV now brings you the In the Dugout show. A look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, join us in the dugout.
Good evening, and welcome to today's edition of In the Dugout. Rick Olson here in the NLWN-TV studios, and we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's game as the Eau Claire Cavaliers, who are 6-5 in the CRBL, take on the 1-10 Beef River Bullfrogs in Roadside Ice Cream and Diner and 420 Cafe Ministries night from Carson Park. Now, coming up in this edition of In the Dugout, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Cavs and the Bullfrogs. Then we'll get Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale's perspective on today's game in the Pete Bartingale Show. Following that, we'll take a quick look around the Chippewa River Baseball League to get a feel on how this game fits in with the league overall. Also, we'll get a moment to know one of this season's Cavalier players in Cavalier Profile. Finally, we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of today's game from Carson Park. So it's time to get ready for some baseball action, and we'll do just that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. In a few minutes, the Eau Claire Cavaliers will try to continue to keep things going in the right direction in the CRBL as they take on the Beef River Bullfrogs. Now, in this past week, the Cavaliers have gone 2-1 after sweeping the Cadott Red Sox back on June 12th in a doubleheader, 15-0 and 12-0, and then dropping a non-league game to the La Crescent Cardinals on Friday by the score of 6-5. In those three games, the Cavaliers got effective pitching from Lucas Costley and Jackson Faulkner, who threw complete game shutouts against the Red Sox. Then Hunter Gunther along with Ethan Kjellberg combined to allow 4 earned runs while striking out 9 in the 7-inning game against the Cardinals. Meanwhile, at the plate, the Cavaliers were led by catcher Connor O'Reilly, who went 6 for 7 against the Red Sox.
And the first pitch, line shot, he continues right where he left off. That one gets past the left fielder, goes out to the fence. Riley is going to check in with a double.
O'Reilly also scored 3 times and picked up 6 RBIs. Not to be outdone was Cavalier right fielder Gabe O'Brien, who went 5 for 9 in the 3 games, including 3 doubles and a 2-run home run in the 3rd inning of Game 1 against Cadott.
There's the pitch. Fly ball out into right field. It's deep. It's back. And it's out of here. A 2-run home run for Gabe O'Brien. Makes the score Cavaliers 10.
Also producing at the plate over the 3-game stretch was Ben Boda, who went 4 for 10, Campbell Kapanke going 3 for 7, Cooper Kapanke going 4 for 11, and Caden Erickson hitting 3 for 8. Today, the Cavaliers take on the Beef River Bullfrogs. These two teams met back on May 8th, where the Cavaliers came out on top 9-0. Leading the way for the Cavaliers in that game was Jackson Faulkner, who went 2 for 4 and scored 3 runs, along with Cole Timon, who also went 2 for 4, scored a run. On the mound, the Cavs were led by Lucas Costley, who allowed only 3 hits in 8 shutout innings, while striking out 7. Those players getting hits for the Bullfrogs included Drew Christensen, Tim Prince, and Ethan Bartles. Wes Boyarski was the losing pitcher, going 4 innings and giving up 3 runs on 5 hits and walking 3. Now, coming into today's game, leading the way at the plate for the Cavaliers is Caden Erickson, who comes in batting .375. Also hitting .375, but with fewer at-bats, are Campbell Kapanke and Chase Yeager. Connor O'Reilly at .370, Cooper Kapanke and Jackson Vance at .333, and Josh Garcia at .310 round out the Cavaliers hitting over .300. Leading the way on the mound for the Cavs among those pitchers with at least 7 innings pitched is Lucas Costley. Costley has a 2-1 record with a 0.35 ERA. He has a whip of 1.13 and an opponent's batting average of 165. He's followed by Austin Getch, who comes in with a 4-0 record and a 2.75 ERA and a whip of 1.21. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get manager Pete Bartingale's perspective as we chat with him on the Pete Bartingale Show. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Time now for the Pete Bartingale Show, where Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale gives us his perspective on today's game. And now, the Pete Bartingale Show.
Once again, we're talking with Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale. And Pete, as usual, before we get into today's game, we need to take a quick look at last Friday and a game that we did not have here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, where the Cavaliers dropped a back-and-forth game to the Crescent Cardinals. Your comments about that one?
Yeah, I was impressed with La Crescent's pitching. I thought they started that one lefty that threw pretty hard, and then they came in with a guy there at the end of the game from Marion that threw, I think, I heard about low 90s. So we got off to a quick start there, and then they kind of went into a lull a little bit. And but it was a non-conference game. We were a little short-handed. And again, I thought we hit a couple hard balls right at people. Pogozinski hit the ball really hard twice. If that's 2 inches either way, it's probably a game that we win. And but it's just kind of the way the year's gone for us this year. It's just been a little bit up and down that way. But I'm confident those hits will start to fall.
You know, the Cavaliers did have some opportunities. You mentioned Pogo's shot when he hit that line drive to center field that could have possibly scored a run, just to have a diving catch made by Cardinal center fielder Camden Smith. And then Mitch Voller, he came up a little earlier in the game, hit a long fly ball to left field, only to have their left fielder Colin Hakey reach over the fence and rob him of a home run. That's got to be frustrating for the Cavs. Kind of struggled this year to get their hitting on track.
Yeah, and that's why I mentioned it. I mean, I can go game by game, I think, at times where we've hit the ball right on the nose, but it's just been right at somebody. I think Cole Timon has done that all year and before he just recently got hurt. So, again, hopefully they'll start to fall. That's the law of averages, right? So hopefully they can start to hopefully they can start to fall the second half of the season, because our guys are hitting the ball hard at times. It's just right at people, but give them credit. They had a nice team. That was their home opener. Nice park. I'd never been there before. And we shortened the game to 7 innings because it was a long game. It didn't start till 7:30 there, and a lot of our guys, were driving back, and I don't think the game got done till after 10. And so we only played a 7-inning game. Maybe if that game's extended, it might be a little different outcome, but it's time to move on to the CRBL in our league game Wednesday.
Yeah, you're right. It is a nice park there, except that the gnats there are really ravenous. They had a full feast on me that night.
You're right.
Now,
Also, that game, the Cavalier pitching of Hunter Gunther and Ethan Kjellberg kept the Cavs in the game, they spread out 7 hits, struck out 9, walked only 1. Your comments about the pitching performance that night?
Yeah, Hunter pitched really well. Keep in mind, he's only just turned 17 years old, so he's young. I think he's a little nervous, but I thought he pitched really well, and we'll need him further down the road this season. And Kellberg always pitches well, so I think he thought the strike zone got a little smaller as LaCrescent got ahead there, but and I think he was right. But yeah, I mean, I thought we pitched fine. It just I feel like at times the opposing team's getting the timely hit at times, and we're trying to get that timely hit, but like I talked about with Pogo and Voller, it's just right at somebody, or somebody's making an amazing play that'll be shown on ESPN at Sports Center or something like that. So hopefully those hits will start falling, but yeah, I thought our pitching performance was fine.
Now, in just a couple minutes, the Cavaliers are going to face off once again against the Beef River Bullfrogs, a team that you defeated back in May on the 8th by a score of 9-0. In what ways will this game be different from the game back in May?
Well, in May we didn't really have our full squad, so this tonight we'll have our full squad available. I think Kellberg we could start Vance too. I'm not sure, but we didn't have O'Brien back then. We didn't have Kapankis and whatnot. So this is a game we absolutely need. We worked out last night, had a hitting session just to make sure the guys are ready to go, and we need to start to kind of finalize our lineup a little bit and get some fine tuning there. We kind of been moving things around left and right. So I'm kind of going to try to kind of get more of a set lineup, maybe a little bit, with guys knowing exactly where they're going to be. But I'm confident in all the guys we have. But looking at our stats right now, Caden Erickson's, I think, leading our team in hitting. That doesn't surprise me. Great player from Hamlin, and that's why we asked him to play for the Cavs. But a guy like Voller, we need to get going a little bit. He hit 400 for the Cavs last year, and this year he's been off to just a little bit of a slow start. And that can happen to anybody, but both Kapankis are hitting well. But we just need to put more runs on the board here, because I think at times, again, we've talked about this all year, Rick, we put a little pressure on our pitchers at times in tight games.
Now, coming up in just a little over a week is the CRBL All-Star Game. How do those teams get selected? Now, in the past, it was the North against the South, but now there's only one division. Do you know how they're doing any of that?
That meeting is Thursday night of this week, and I think each team is going to have 5 minutes to talk about the guys they want to nominate. But that's about all I know at this point, Rick. I'm going to be new to that, so I know Andy set up the teams, and not North and South, so maybe obviously 2 teams, but how that's picked, I'm not quite sure. But I'm hoping we have some candidates, or we do have some candidates from the Cavs that should be on there. I mean, you look at Austin Gatchie's 4-0 pitching. He would be a candidate, and Caden Erickson for sure, and both Kapankis, and Brian doesn't have enough at bats yet, but we all know he's a really, really good hitter, and so we definitely have
Lucas Costley might be in that mix somewhere too.
Yeah, Lucas has pitched really well as well. So we definitely have some candidates, and it's at Carson Park this year. So I'm actually going to be able to manage in that game. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Okay, sounds good. Well, Pete, good luck on tonight's game. Let's not put the cart before the horse here, and hopefully the Cavaliers will continue to push for the CRBL playoffs.
All right, thanks, Rick.
You've been tuned to the Pete Bartingale Show with Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale's outlook on today's game. Stay tuned, more of In the Dugout is coming right up on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to In the Dugout, as we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's game between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Beef River Bullfrogs. The Cavaliers are currently 1.5 games behind the Jim Falls Sturgeons for the 4th playoff spot in the CRBL race. So the league competition is getting tight as we approach the All-Star break. In league play last weekend, on Saturday, the Tilden Tigers swept a doubleheader from the Beef River Bullfrogs, 1-0 and 10-1. While the Cadott Red Sox took 2 from the Bloomer Woodticks, 6-3 and 7-0. Then on Sunday, the Jim Falls Sturgeons swept the Eau Claire Rivermen 2-0 and 1-0 in a pair of pitchers duels. Following last weekend, the Chippewa River League standings are as follows. The Osseo Merchants remained in first place with an 8-1 record. The Tilden Tigers moved up to within percentage points of the Merchants at 9-2. Holding down third place are the 8-2 Eau Claire Bears, and they're only 1/2 game out of first. In fourth place, at 1.5 games out of first, are the Jim Falls Sturgeons. The Cavaliers are in fifth place at 6-5, while the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks hold down sixth place at 5-5. In seventh place are the Eau Claire Rivermen at 4-6, and the Cadott Red Sox are in eighth place at 3-10. The Bloomer Woodticks and the Beef River Bullfrogs round out the standings in 9th and 10th place, respectively. Today, in addition to the Cavaliers hosting the Beef River Bullfrogs, the Eau Claire Rivermen will travel to Osseo to take on the Merchants at John Soiney Field, while the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks will host the Jim Falls Sturgeons at Casper Park in Chippewa Falls. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get to know one of this season's Eau Claire Cavalier players on Cavalier Profile. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Honey, the kids are antsy. What can we do that will keep all of us entertained and won't break the bank?
How about we take them to the Cavaliers game? Tickets are inexpensive, there's popcorn, hot dogs, and other baseball treats, and great baseball action.
That's right, Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball, your best choice for affordable family entertainment. Check out the schedule at www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
Time now to get to know a Cavalier player on Cavalier Profile. We'll get to know a little better who plays on this year's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball team. And now, Cavalier Profile.
Today on Cavalier Profile, we're going to get to know Jackson Faulkner. And Jackson, can you fill us in a little bit on your baseball history?
Well, I've been playing baseball all my life, pretty much. Started when I was really little, played through high school, then went on to play college baseball, UWL. But I got injured my senior year in football, which was my shoulder, my throwing shoulder, which kind of held me back a little bit. But now I'm kind of making the comeback. Hopefully this summer is going to be my time to come back.
So aside from the Cavaliers, would UWL be the highest level that you've played?
Well, I guess I haven't really played there. Played there 1 year last year with my freshman year. That was when I was still injured. But I was on the team. But yeah, I guess so. That was the
now thinking back on all of the things that have happened to you while you've played baseball or while you've watched baseball, what's the most memorable experience that you've had, either as a spectator or as a player?
Probably the most memorable moment in baseball for me would have been my sophomore year. We were playing the regional game, and I was up to bat. We were down by 2, and there was 2 runners on, and I hit a 3-run home run to put us up by 1. And it was in the bottom of the 6th inning. Then we went out in the 7th, got 3 outs, and we won. And we went on to go on to the sectional game. So
that's pretty exciting.
It is.
Okay. Say, how about filling us in a little bit about your family or friends and people that are going to be cheering for you at Cavalier games?
Well, my parents, my brothers, they'll all be there. My grandparents, they're going to show up. And, yeah, they all support me.
Outstanding. All right, some rapid-fire questions for you. And you can't do one of these interviews with me without answering this one especially. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Ice cream.
Which flavor?
Cookies and cream.
Oh, sounds pretty good to me. All right, your favorite color and why?
I would say probably a red. Probably like that color right there, like that maroonish color. Just a dark red I like, and I don't really know why. I guess.
All right, now if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
A superpower. I think flying would be pretty cool, even though I've never flown before in a plane or nothing. But
a bird's eye view might be kind of fun. Okay, so if you have a superpower, you have to have a superhero name to go with it. So what's Jackson Faulkner's superhero name?
My superhero name? I don't know if I can answer that in a rapid fire. I'd probably have to think about that a little bit. Well, something that can fly, I guess.
Okay. All right. Favorite major league team?
The Brewers.
All right. Now, is there a major leaguer that kind of influenced you as you were growing up and that you kind of model your baseball playing after?
I liked watching Ryan Braun growing up, or Prince Fielder. I had a Prince Fielder rookie card when I was little. But, yeah.
I actually have a Prince Fielder jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, watching them hit home runs when I was a kid was always fun to watch.
Okay. All right. Favorite movie or TV show as you were growing up?
Favorite movie or TV show? I was really big into like Pirates of the Caribbean. That
Johnny
TV,
Depp stuff.
Yeah, that movie series. Those are my favorite. That's probably my favorite series of movies.
We're talking with Jackson Faulkner on Cavalier Profile. And Jackson, what do you do when you're not playing baseball?
Well, I'm in school right now, and I like going out with my friends frisbee golfing. Right across the river in La Crosse, there's a park where it's a good course to frisbee golf, and I just kind of got into that in college, and I just like doing it since it's something I haven't really been able to do with my shoulder to throw baseballs. Just throwing a disc kind of makes me...
And that would work on the flexibility for that shoulder, too, and help the rehab.
I think so, yeah.
It makes sense anyway. So when people come out to watch Cavalier baseball or they watch our broadcast on NLWN-TV, where are they going to find you on the field?
On the pitcher's mound, probably mostly. But maybe earlier in the season when not all the guys are back, they're going to need me at some other positions. I think Coach was saying I'll be playing some first base.
Okay. We want to thank Jackson Faulkner for joining us today on Cavalier Profile. Coming up next, more in the dugout.
This has been Cavalier Profile, where we get to know a little better who plays on the Cavalier baseball team. Stay tuned, more in the dugout coming right up.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Sladen's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Sladen's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Sladen's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Sladen's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Sladen's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Today, the Cavaliers look to continue to climb up the CRBL standings and be a force in the CRBL playoff race. Likewise, the Bullfrogs are looking for a little revenge for the game they lost to the Cavaliers back on May 8th. So the stage is set for some exciting baseball action. And in just a moment, I'll be joining my colleague Dan Petschow at Carson Park as we bring you all the action of today's game between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Beef River Bullfrogs on Roadside Ice Cream and Diner and 420 Cafe Ministries night. That's coming up next. You've been tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been been watching the In the Dugout show with a look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. This has been a presentation of NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Eau Claire Cavalier baseball is on the air. The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV proudly brings you today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Join us as we follow the Cavs while they battle their way through the Chippewa River Baseball League.
Long fly ball by Pogo, and it's out of here! A 3-run shot by Anthony Pogozinski.
And now, out to the ballpark for coverage of today's game.
Good evening and welcome to Carson Park. Rick Olson here along with Dan Petchow, Cassie Johnson on the computer, and Jeremy DeGrosse. And I promised Jeremy I'm going to do the best I can to get the right name every time tonight. Yeah, well, what did I call you, Jesse, last time? Yeah. As long as it's not late for dinner, it's okay. All right, and so we've got the Cavaliers taking on the Beef River Bullfrogs in a game that is a rematch from the second game of the season for the Cavs back on May 8th that they won 9-0. Dan, real quickly, as they're giving the starting lineups, why don't you do the starting lineups and who's playing in tonight's game?
Beef River Bullfrogs. Batting first would be their shortstop, Kyle Mogg. Batting second would be their second baseman, Taylor Rathke. Batting third would be their catcher, Brennan McCabe. Batting fourth would be the right
And that was the playing of our national anthem. And Dan, why don't you go ahead and give us the rest of those starting lineups?
Yeah, here's the starters for the Cavs. Batting first will be their right fielder, Gabe O'Brien. Batting second will be their third baseman, Caden Erickson. Batting third will be their first baseman, Cooper Kapanke. Batting fourth will be their left fielder, Campbell Kapanke. Batting fifth will be their DH, Anthony Pogozinski. Batting sixth will be their catcher, Connor O'Reilly. Batting seventh will be their EH, Mitch Fowler. Batting eighth will be their center fielder, Xavier Bedminster. Batting 9th will be their second baseman, Ben Boda. Batting 10th will be their shortstop, Jackson Vance, with Ethan Kelberg on the mound.
And, of course, that's a name that those of you that have been following along, well, let's send it down to the field because it is... Okay, we're ready to get things started here. I apologize. For some reason, our audio is cutting out a lot tonight. And so every time we switch something, it seems to cut out. And here's the first pitch of the game. And it just missed for ball. This is Kyle Mogg at the plate, batting 172 on the season for the Bullfrogs. And the pitch fouled straight back. Dan's eyes got about as big as saucers. Put your phone down, Daniel, and you got to protect us up here.
That was zipping.
And actually, that first pitch was a called strike, so it's 0-2 now to Kyle Mogg. Pitch is just outside. Ethan Kelberg on the mound for the Cavaliers. 4.98 ERA. He's 0-3 on the season. Here's the pitch. Just a little bit low. Counts even at 2-2. Kelberg's given up 18 runs, only 12 of which were earned. And the pitch, check swing, and he went around. So Kyle Mogg goes down on strikes. It's going to bring up Taylor Rathke. Rathke's the second baseman. Batting 125. Taking a look at the Cavaliers defensively. At third base is Erickson. Vance is at short. Boda at second. The first pitch is fouled away on the left side. Cooper Kapanke at first. Connor O'Reilly replacing the injured Cole Timon behind the plate. And the outfield from left to right, Campbell, Kapanke, Bedminster, and O'Brien. Ground ball scooped up by Boda. Throw over to first, and it's in time. 4-3 on the put out to Rathke. Brings up Brendan McCabe, the catcher. McCabe is one of the Bullfrogs with a pretty solid batting average, hitting .389. Bullfrogs are 1-10 in the CRBL, so they've been struggling this year. Here's the pitch. Caught the outside corner for a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Coming in is Bemninster, makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Beef River Bullfrogs. So we played a half inning. It's Beef River 0, and the Cavaliers are coming to bat. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I love the pizza we get when we go to Gino's Pizza.
That's because Gino's has been voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row.
I think it's because Gino's uses the freshest ingredients, premium quality meats, cheeses, savory spices, and zesty toppings, and all served with attention to detail.
Now you're making me hungry. Let's head to Gino's Pizza.
Scott and the rest of the folks at Gino's Pizza would like to invite you to come out and try the area's best pizza. Call about Monday through Wednesday dine-in specials at 715-835-2000. That's Gino's Pizza at 5110 Fairview Drive, Eau Claire, right next to Chaos Water Park.
And our Gino's player of the game tonight is Mitch Voller. So, if you go out to Gino's tomorrow and mention Mitch Voller's name, you'll get yourself a free soft drink. And if Mitch should happen to get an extra base hit tonight, boy, oh boy, Friday he almost got one. That free soft drink will turn into a free appetizer. That extra base hit that he almost got on Friday was down at La Crescent, and he hit one. It was basically over the left field fence, but the left fielder reached up over the fence and robbed him of a home run. Otherwise, Mitch has not hit an extra base hit yet this year. Tonight would be a great night for that to happen. Taking a look defensively at the Beef River Bullfrogs, while Ethan Bartles is finishing up his warm-up tosses. In the outfield, it's Thibodeau in left, Johnson in center, Redwine in right. Around the infield, Boyarski's at third, Kyle Mogg at short, Rathke at second, Ethan Mogg at first, and McCabe is behind the plate. And as O'Brien steps in, Bartles wants to have a bit of a chat with his catcher, Brendan McCabe. Like I said, Ethan Bartles did a little play-by-play work for us and color commentary work for us back during football and basketball. First pitch is outside for a ball. Gabe O'Brien, the right fielder.
Comes in with a 500 average.
And the pitch. It's outside, ball 2. He had an outstanding 2 games down at and that's a long fly ball, foul down the right field line. Gabe O'Brien had a really good doubleheader over in Cadott, including his first home run of the season for the Cavaliers. 2 balls and a strike. Bartles fires, and it's a called strike over the inside corner. Counts even at 2-2. Bartles winds and fires. Hard shot to the first baseman, Ethan Mogg, who takes it himself to first for the putout. That's going to bring up Caden Erickson, the third baseman for the Cavs.
Erickson comes in with a 375 average.
And the first pitch is outside for a ball.
Erickson's got to be one of those names under consideration for the All-Star game. There's the wind and the pitch. It's outside for ball 2. Bartell shakes off the sign, shakes it off again. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's outside, ball 3. 3-0 is the count to Caden Erickson. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That's a strike called. Erickson was just going to let that one go by anyway. 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 out. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And it's outside for ball 4. Erickson draws the walk. And it's going to bring up Cooper Kapanke.
Cooper comes in with a .333 average.
Cooper's 12 for 36 on the season. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 1. Erickson looks like he's thinking about making the journey down to second. Takes a good lead. And the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Johnson coming in. He's got to come hard. It's going to fall down in front of him. And we have a base hit with Erickson at second and Kapanke at first. That's going to bring up Campbell Kapanke, the younger brother, left fielder.
He comes in with a .375 average.
Pitch is outside. A little low and outside. McCabe staying on his toes behind the plate with Erickson out at second. 1 out. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. High pop-up. This should be the infield fly rule is called. Circling under it is Mogg. He dropped it. The batter was out, so the runners do not have to advance. That's the reason they have the infield fly rule right there. Those runners would have been left out to dry. So with 2 down, that brings up Anthony Pogodzinski.
Bogo comes in with a .282.
Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. You'd almost think this was the park that Pogo built, because a powerful left-handed hitter with that short porch in right field, kind of like Yankee Stadium was a house that Ruth built. They don't talk much about how short a porch that was in right field when Ruth was playing there.
Yeah, and the wind is going out right now.
Bartell's at the belt. Takes a look at second. And the pitch. And it's ball 3. 3 balls, no strike. You know, after the game, well, I guess it was in the, well, a pitch. It's called strike. 3 balls and a strike. Cavalier manager Pete Bartels had said that some of the word around the league is they're pitching around
Pogo. And they've dropped him down in the lineup a little bit to try and make it tougher for them to do that. There's the pitch. Ground ball right back up the middle. Scooped up by Mogg. Throw over to first, and they got the out. Mogg to Mogg on the putout. So for the Cavaliers, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on. We've completed an inning, and we have no score from Carson Park. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
To get your lawn or garden to perform like you want, you first need to know about your soil. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for the Chippewa Valley.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Okay, we're back here at Carson Park. Leading off is Jack Redwine, the right fielder. And the first pitch from Kelberg is a ball, a little bit low. Redwine comes into the game with no batting average. And it's fouled off the left side. Kelberg winds, and the pitch. Grounder right back up the middle, up into center field. And Redwine, he now has a batting average. That's going to bring up Carter Johnson, the center fielder, hitting .333. Redwine now has a .250 batting average. There's the first pitch, swung on a miss, strike one. And the throw over to first. Redwine back safely. And the throw over first again, and he's back in safely. Sunny 79 degrees here in Eau Claire. Here's the pitch. Just missed the outside corner. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Kelberg at the belt, takes a peek, and throws it inside for ball 2.
And a swing and a miss. Counts even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner on first. We're in the top of the second inning. Kjellberg rocks and fires. High pop-up out into right field. O'Brien moves over and makes the catch. That's going to bring up Will Thibodeau, the left fielder. He's had limited at-bats, but he's hitting .333. Kjellberg waits and pitches. And that's a called strike. One out, runner on first. Redwine takes his lead. Kjellberg peeks and pitches. Soft liner into right field for a base hit. Redwine round second and holds. So Thibodeau singles to right. It's going to bring up Ryan Gray. He's the designated hitter. So 1 out. Kjellberg takes a look in. And the pitch. Inside. Ball 1. Runners at first and second. And the pitch. That was low. That didn't miss by very much. It was right down the middle of the plate, but just a hair low. And the pitch gets by O'Reilly. And both runners advance. So now we have runners at second and third. 3-0 count to Ryan Gray. And the pitch is high for ball 4. So Gray takes the walk. That loads the bases. And brings up Wes Boyarski. And Boyarski is hitting .133. There's the pitch. That's a called strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And the pitch. And it's a called third strike. Wes Boyarski never moved the bat off his shoulder, and 1, 2, 3 he went down. Going to bring up Tyson Allen, the extra hitter, and he's batting 100 on the season. Now with 2 outs and bases loaded, Cavalier infield drops back to normal position.
And the first pitch is a called strike over the outside corner. Here's the wind, and the pitch by Kjellberg is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kjellberg winds and delivers. Fly ball out into right center field. It falls in for a base hit. 1 run's in. 2 runs are in, and we have runners at the corners. So, that puts the Beef River Bullfrogs on top of the Cavaliers 2-0. With 2 down in the top of the second inning. Ethan Mogg at the plate as the 10th hitter. He's hitting 120 on the year. And a called strike at the letters. And we have a little activity going on down in the Cavalier bullpen. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Looks like it might be Lucas Costley warming up down there. And a called third strike. That's the 3rd out of the inning, and we end up with 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no Cavalier errors on 2 left on base. So we've completed an inning and a half, and it's Beef River 2 and the Cavaliers nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How is it? Is it good?
And we're back here at Carson Park. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Cassie Johnson, and Jeremy DeGrosse. Bringing you all the action at today's game between the Cavs and the Beef River Bullfrogs. Leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Cavaliers, it's Connor O'Reilly, the catcher. And a pop foul just behind us.
Connor comes in with a 370 average.
That one was kind of heading back this way. Jeremy was ready to grab it. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Called strike. No balls, 2 strikes to O'Reilly. Here's the wind in the pitch. In the dirt. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's outside. Counts even now at 2-2. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fly ball out into left field, but it's right at the left fielder, Thibodeau, and he makes the catch. Something the Cavs have been doing all season. They hit a lot of atom balls. That's going to bring up Mitch Voller, and don't forget, Mitch is our Geno's player of the game. Mention Mitch's name out at Geno's tomorrow and get yourself a free soft drink. Here's the pitch. It's high and inside for ball one. And, of course, if Mitch gets an extra base hit, that soft drink, well, heck with that. You can get yourself a free appetizer. Pitch is high and inside again, ball two.
Fowler comes in with a 208 average.
Here's the wind and the pitch. It's inside for ball three. Voller last season, was the Cavaliers' leading hitter. He's just been struggling to get things going this year. And he takes a 4-pitch walk. That's going to bring up Xavier Bemdenster. You talk about someone who's been struggling to get things going. He still has a 0.00 batting average. Here's the pitch. Check swing ball. It was high and outside. Voller takes his lead. Throw over to first and back in time. Voller steps off the bag again, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Counts even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down, 1 on. Bartles looks over at first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Boy, if anybody was due to get a hit, it would be Xavier Bemdenster. And the pitch. It's behind him, and the throw down to second, and Voller is safe there. That pitch was actually behind the back of Bemdenster. So, Mitch Voller at second now. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Liner out into center field, and it falls in for a base hit. Heading to third is Voller, and he checks in safely. And Xavier Bemdenster has his first hit of the season.
Richard Olson, what is this?
That's going to bring up Ben Boda.
Boda comes in with 308 average.
And a high fly ball into, well, right back of second base, and Rathke makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down, runner on third, runner on first. Jackson Vance is at the plate.
Jackson comes in with a 333 average.
There's the wind and the pitch. Line shot out into left field. It's going to bring in 1 run. Bedminster checks in at second as Mitch Voller comes in to score. And Jackson gets an RBI single to left field. Takes us back to the top of the order, and Gabe O'Brien, who grounded to the first baseman his first time up. And the pitch is inside. One of the things the Cavs are doing this inning is they're making Ethan Bartles throw an awful lot of pitches. Here's the pitch. High foul off the right side. Well, hopefully my theory works. So I parked the car today. In order for a foul ball to get to me, it's going to have to go through about 6 trees first.
Just because you said that, you know it's going to.
Here's the pitch to O'Brien. It's outside for a ball. Bedminster out at second. Jackson Vance at first. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over to short. Throw to second. They don't get anything there because he wasn't at the bag. And everybody is safe. So O'Brien gets on a fielder's choice. And Bedminster's at third. Here's the pitch to Caden Erickson. Erickson walked his last time up. Bedminster on third, Vance on second, and O'Brien. And the pitch is high and inside. Bases loaded. 2 down.
Hey, the Cavs got one in.
And the pitch. Sinking liner out into right field. It's going to be caught by the right fielder, Redwine, for the third out of the inning. Took a lot of hustle by Redwine to get that, but the Cavs do come up with a run on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and the bases were left loaded. So we've completed 2 innings. It's the Beef River Bullfrogs 2, Cavaliers 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
And here we are, leading off the top of the third inning. Back at the top of the order for the Beef River Bullfrogs, Kyle Mogg. And the first pitch is a called strike over the outside corner. Mogg struck out his first time up. And we do have a correction on the scoring. They're giving him a hit all the way around on that
fielder's choice. And a swing and a miss. Strike two. So the last half inning, there's the pitch. Missed outside, 1-2. So the last half inning, the Cavaliers scored a run on 3 hits. No errors, and the bases were left loaded. And a grounder back to Kjellberg. He throws it over to first for the out. And that's going to bring up Taylor Rathke, second base to first base his last time up. Grounded to second. And he grounds to second again. Boda can't quite handle it, and he boots it, and it got away from him, and that's going to be an error on the second baseman. I don't care what the official score says this time. And they put it up as an error on the scoreboard as well. That's going to bring up Brendan McCabe. He flew out to center field his last time up. Rathke takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Caught the outer third of the plate. Kjellberg's at the belt. And the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, it's outside. 2 balls and a strike. Kjellberg delivers, and it's fouled down the first baseline. Two balls and 2 strikes. Rathke on first. Kjellberg looks over that way and now delivers. And the ball got away from O'Reilly, which allowed Rathke to get to second. Sounded like it went off the shin pad of O'Reilly. There's the pitch. Grounder to third. Fielded there, throw over to first by Erickson, and then the throw back to third, and it's over into the fence, and rounding third is Rathke, and he will score. That's going to be an error on the first baseman to allow the score. It's an unearned run, but that doesn't really matter right now. What really matters is that it's now 3-1. Beef River on top. Stepping up is Jack Redwine. He singled and scored back in the second inning. Pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike. Cavs had the first half of that play down pretty well. Erickson looked him back to second, made the throw over to first. Pitch misses outside. 1-1's the count. And then the throw back to Erickson at third was way over his head. And that's what allowed Rathke to score. Two balls and a strike to Jack Redwine.
Here's the wind and the 2-1 pitch. High chopper to Boda. Throw over to first, and they got him for the third out. So, for the Bullfrogs, they got 1 run on no hits. There were 2 Cavalier errors and nobody left on base. So, after 2.5, it's the Cavaliers 1, but the Beef River Bullfrogs have 3. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Muldoon's Menswear, we're the well-dressed men of the Chippewa Valley shop. Whether you're looking for that big day you have coming up, or simply want to look great for a casual night out, Muldoon's is your stop. Let John or one of the other fine staff help you find just what you're looking for, and they'll make sure it looks great on you. What tops off the well-dressed man? One of Muldoon's well-made hats. Whether it's shirts, pants, suits, formal attire, or accessories, and did we say hats? Muldoon's has it for you. That's Muldoon's Menswear, 1506 South Hastings Way in Eau Claire.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Going into the bottom of the 3rd inning, due up for the Cavaliers, we have both Kapankis and Pogo. This is Cooper Kapanke coming up. He singled to center field his first time up. There's the wind and the pitch. Foul back over the press box. Bartles winds and fires. It's high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bartles wheels and fires again. It's in the dirt, back to the backstop. 2 balls and a strike. Scheduled for 9 tonight. We're in the 3rd. Bartles says, hey, let's get a new ball. He didn't like that when it was a little scuffed up. And the pitch. Outside. 3-1. And the pitch. Foul back into the screen. Count goes full to Cooper Kapanke. There's the wind and the pitch. And that got Kapanke right in the back. So Cooper takes one for the team, ends up on first base, brings up Campbell Kapanke, who popped out on an infield fly rule to the shortstop. There's the pitch. Called strike over the outside corner. Bartles at the belt. Kapanke takes off. Throw down to second, and he's in safely. So now there's a runner on second with an 0-2 count to Campbell Kapanke. Cooper on second. He takes his lead. And the pitch. That's high and inside. Ball one. Bartles looks in, takes a look over at second, and the pitch. It's high and outside. Counts even at 2-2. Cooper Kapanke, when he takes his lead, he backs straight up off the bag and then angles down towards third. Fly ball out into left center field. Coming in is Johnson. He makes the catch, and Cooper has to head back to second. One down. Brings up Anthony Pogodzinski. Pogo grounded the shortstop his last time up. Bartles wheels and fires. High pop up into shallow left field, circling around and can't make the catch is Boyarski. It was in his glove. It snow-coned its way back out, and Pogo will take it, even though it's an error on the third baseman, Wes Boyarski. Cooper didn't have any opportunity to advance because it was kind of right out in front of him.
The catcher, Connor O'Reilly.
So that's going to bring up Connor O'Reilly, who hit a line shot to left field his last time up. One out. Two runners on. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. O'Reilly steps in. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. Bartle shakes off the sign. He likes that one. Looks over at second. And the pitch. Ground ball to short. Throw to second for one. Throw to first. It's not in time. So O'Reilly gets on a fielder's choice. And Cooper Kapanke ends up on third. And Pogo was out at second. Brings up Mitch Voller. Voller, don't forget, is our Geno's player of the game. Looking for an extra base hit from him. Throw over to first, and back in plenty of time is O'Reilly. Remember, go out to Geno's tomorrow. Mention Mitch Voller's name. Get yourself a free soft drink. Throws back over to first, and again, O'Reilly's back okay. Bartles throws it outside. One ball. No strikes. Two down. Two on. Cavs down by two. Number two at the plate. Are there any more twos out there, Cassie? She's lost. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Counts even at 1-1. Bartles looks in for the sign. He's at the belt. Throws over to first. O'Reilly back in.
Yeah, Bartles is going to have to watch it. We got Cooper on third if one gets with.
Off goes
O'Reilly, and he's uncontested going down to second. Two balls and a strike. There's the pitch. It's high, ball 3. Voller drew a walk his last time up. There's the pitch. And it's outside for ball 4, and Voller draws another walk. That's going to bring up Xavier Bendenster. Xavier got his first hit of the season last time up. Nice single to center field. If he does that again, it could tie the game. Strike 3. So the Cav threat is done away with. No runs, no hits. There was one error, and the bases were left loaded. We've played 3, and it's the Bullfrogs 3 and the Cavaliers 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball.
Royal Credit Union's low rates and flexible terms on auto loans can help keep your payments low. Get a great rate on your next car or truck purchase, or refinance an existing vehicle with an auto loan from Royal Credit Union. Royal also offers loans for buying or refinancing boats, UTVs, and other vehicles. Royal Credit Union wants to help keep your payments low. Check rates and apply for a Royal Credit Union vehicle loan online at rcu.org/autorate. Subject to credit approval.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Cavaliers trailing 3-1 as we head into the 4th inning. We had a score from down in Osseo, where the Eau Claire Rivermen are taking on the Osseo Merchants. And after 3 innings, it's the Merchants 3 and the Rivermen 1. Osseo Merchants have put together a pretty powerful team down there. The pitching down there, Dan, is they have 3 guys with an ERA of under 1.
Yeah, you know, they were good last year, and they kind of upped their team this year, and they're looking pretty good.
They are definitely what most people are looking at as the team to beat in the CRBL. All right, stepping up to the plate is Carter Johnson. And he chops one foul down the third baseline. Johnson flew out to right field his first time up. Here's the pitch. And it's a called strike. No balls, 2 strikes. And it's a ground ball, scooped up by Jackson Vance at short, throw over to first, and they didn't get it there in time. That's an infield hit for Carter Johnson.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard hit ball. Plus Jackson was back a little bit.
Or Vance, yeah.
But I mean Vance.
All right, stepping up for the Bullfrogs, Will Thibodeau, who singled and scored his first time up. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
That's what they're doing, I guess.
And the pitch. Caught the outside corner. No balls. 2 strikes. To Will Thibodeau. Nobody out. Carter Johnson on first. Kjellberg takes a look over at first. And the 0-2 pitch. High pop-up. Playable. Cooper Kapanke circling in foul territory, and he makes the catch. That's going to bring up Ryan Gray, who walked his first trip to the plate. And we have a defensive substitution for the Cavaliers. Here's the pitch. Line shot out into right field. O'Brien makes the stop, throw over to second, and they can't quite get it there in time to make the out.
A little confusion.
Yeah, evidently Carter Johnson was confused as to whether that ball was caught or fell in. And he started heading back to first. But the Cavs couldn't get it to second before he got there. Yeah, defensively, the Cavaliers have made a substitution. Jaden Nix is into the lineup for Campbell Kapanke. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Will Boyarski. He went down looking his first time up. Runners take their leads. And the pitch. Caught the inside corner, strike 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Boyarski goes down swinging this time. That'll bring up Tyson Allen, who's singled. It was a 2 RBI single.
The extra hitter, Tyson Allen.
Two runners on. Fly ball out into right field. O'Brien moves over, makes the catch for the 3rd out. So, for the Bullfrogs, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on. We've played 3.5, and it's the Bullfrogs 3, Cavaliers 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ball game. Our next game will be on Wednesday, June 29th when the Cavaliers take on the Marshfield Chaparrals at Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:35 p.m. That's live Cavalier baseball on Wednesday, June 29th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Cassie Johnson on the computer, Jeremy DeGrosse on the camera. And Dan, we were just talking just a second ago. The Cavaliers need to make something start to happen right around now, don't you think?
Yeah, and this is about the time to do it on Bartles. His pitches are getting up there. He hasn't really walked that many yet. But, yeah, he's got 1 hit. Hit by pitch.
He's walked 3 and has 1 hit by pitch.
Yeah, the Bullfrogs don't have anybody in the dugout or in the bullpen.
So leading off for the Cavaliers in the bottom of the fourth inning is Ben Boda. He'll be followed by Jackson Vance and Gabe O'Brien. And the first pitch is low for a ball. Boda popped out to second his first trip to the plate. Foul back into the net. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the wind and the pitch. Line shot out into center field for a base hit. And Ben Boda is going to check in at first. That's going to bring up Jackson Vance, who singled to left. Got an RBI single to left his first time up. Drove in the only Cavalier run of the night so far in the person of Mitch Voller. Here's the pitch. Foul tip back to the backstop. And the throw over to first. That was just a keep 'em close throw. Bartles at the belt and the pitch. It's outside for a ball. Boda takes a lead. And the pitch. Called strike over the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bartles throws over to first. Boda back without any trouble. There's the pitch. Swing on a miss for strike 3. 1 down. It's going to bring up Gabe O'Brien. O'Brien, it was ruled a single to the shortstop. I even had a discussion with the scorer about it, but he didn't see it the same way I did, so we'll go with what he said. He's the scorer. Pitch is inside. Ball 1. Bartles at the belt. And the pitch. And that one caught the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 down. 1 on. Throw over to first. And the ball gets past the first baseman and down to second goes Ben Boda. He's going to round it. He's going for third. Here comes the throw into the infield, and Boda stands up at third. It's going to be an error on the pitcher. Puts Boda all the way over at third base. Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. To Gabe O'Brien. And it's a called strike over the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Bartles fires. High pop up in the infield. Circling around behind to make the catch is Rathke, and he makes it for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Caden Erickson.
Third baseman, Caden Erickson.
And the pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 down. Runner at third. That's Ben Boat over at third. And the 1-0 pitch. A liner out into right field. Coming in to make the catch is Redwine. And that's the third out of the inning. So the Cavaliers getting no runs. 1 hit. There was 1 error. And 1 left on base. We've played 4, and it's the Beef River Bullfrogs 3, Cavaliers 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you've been admiring the freshly groomed look of a baseball field, or the stunning appearance of a golf course, remember you too can have a lawn with the same beauty by simply calling Midwest Environmental Consultants. Their professional lawn care experts can bring your lawn to its full beauty and appearance. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your lawn the showplace of the neighborhood.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Back here at Carson Park, Cavaliers trailing 3-1 as we head into the 5th inning. Leading off for the Bullfrogs is the number 10 hitter, Ethan Mogg. And the first pitch is a called strike. Mogg struck out looking his first time up. There's the pitch. It's called strike at the letters on the outside third of the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. There's the pitch. Called, third strike. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. As he got him looking. That's going to bring up Kyle Mogg. Kyle Mogg is 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded back to the pitcher. Pitch is outside. And the pitch is a ball. Like I said last week when we did the game at Cadott, or those 2 games there, it's always fun to do games with Dan and Cassie because they both come with major dinners involved. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt for ball 3. For ball 3. 1 strike.
You can get the grill up here. If I could get the grill up here.
Yeah, boy, I tell you.
Oh, just a little one.
Now, Cassie and Dan are wheeling and dealing about where they're going to mount the grill up here.
The bar's up there.
The count is full. Kjellberg winds and fires. And it's a called third strike. Kyle Mogg wasn't real crazy about that call. It's going to bring up Taylor Rathke. And Rathke is 0 for 2. He grounded to the second baseman and then grounded on a ball that was booted by the second baseman. So he got on an error.
Swing and a miss for strike one. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. No balls. 2 strikes. 2 down. Time called. Rathke digs back in. The 0-2 pitch. Chopper foul right at the plate. Kelberg's pitch. It's inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kelberg winds and fires. That just missed on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. Top of the 5th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Bedminster coming in. Makes the catch for the 3rd out. 3 up and 3 down. Nothing across. So we've completed 4 1/2, and it's the Beef River Bullfrogs 3 and the Cavaliers 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Yeah, we're back here at Carson Park, and Dan, we were just talking. It seems like Ethan Bartles is not an overpowering pitcher, but what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, that's what I saw in him when we were down in Strum to watch him pitch that early in the season. Not a lot of punch to his pitching, but it's pretty effective tonight.
He's got good control, and you know, these guys are used to seeing pitching that's a little faster and a little harder. And so I think the timing is throwing them off a little.
Yeah, you know, that first game, they jumped on him pretty good, that first game of the year. And kind of thought that they'd kind of have him figured out. But maybe they just don't yet. They've seen him once already this year.
This is true. Wes Boyarski started that game, if I'm not mistaken, down in Strum. But Bartles came in and did the middle third of the game in relief. Cooper Kapanke at the plate for the Cavaliers. Fouls the first one back to the screen. Kapanke singled to center field and then took one right in the small of the back. His last time up. Didn't seem to be any worse for wear for it. Here's the wind in the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. And that's Bern Johnson. It's over his head, bounces off the wall. Kapanke round second. He's heading for third, and he's going to stand up. Well, he's going to slide, but he could have stood up with a triple. So Cooper Kapanke leads things off with a triple. Brings up Jaden Nix, who's into the lineup for Campbell Kapanke. And Jaden comes into the game batting .250. Looking to drive in a run right about now. Here's the pitch. And he hits one out into left field for a base hit. And in comes Cooper Kapanke to score. Nix rounds first and holds.
So it's an RBI single to left for Jaden Nix. That brings up Anthony Pogodzinski. It also makes the score Beef River 3, Cavaliers 2. Pogo's at the plate. Nix takes a lead. Good speed with Nix down on first. And the pitch is called strike over the outside corner. Pogo steps back in. Nix has his lead. Throw over to first, and Nix gets back easily. Hatless Jaden Nix, when he chases down a fly ball, that hat comes off probably 80% of the time. Nix takes off, swing and a miss, but Nix is safe at second. Did a little sand surfing there. So Jaden Nix with the stolen base. No balls, 2 strikes to Pogo. Tying run at second. Nobody out. And the pitch. Fly ball out into left center field. Moving over is Thibodeau. He makes the catch. Nix bluffs the throw and doesn't go. That's going to bring up Connor O'Reilly with 1 out. And O'Reilly is 0 for 2. Nix takes off for third. The throw down to third, and he's in safely. One of our other crew members, Ann, is watching this game right now, and I'm hoping she enjoyed that because she likes watching Jaden Nix run the bases. And the pitch to O'Reilly, check swing. And it's a ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Tying run at third. Now a fly ball to the outfield should score the tying run. There's the pitch. Fly ball. Shallow outfield towards no man's land, and it falls in. And let's see how they mark that as a hit or an error. He just plain missed it. That was Kyle Mogg out there, made the attempt. I think that's going to go as a base hit. Yes. So it's an RBI single for Connor O'Reilly. Brings up Mitch Voller. And we have Jackson Faulkner coming in. I don't think he was expecting to come in because he's buttoning his shirt up on the way out there. Now, I don't know if that's a courtesy runner or not. I don't believe it is. Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball to Mitch Voller. He's walked twice. 2 balls and a strike. Our Geno's player of the game. There's the pitch. Runner goes. Throw down to second and in easily this time with a stolen base is Jackson Faulkner. Count would even at 2-2. And now they're saying 1-1. I didn't think that was right. Thought there were a few too many pitches up there for that to be right. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Fly ball out into shallow left field. Coming in to make the catch is Thibodeau. And that's going to bring up Xavier Bemninster. Bemninster is 1 for 2 tonight. One for 2. Single and a strikeout. Go ahead run at second. Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. Now we're at the belt and the pitch. That one got Bemninster right in the shoulder. You know, Bemninster is really taking to heart that concept that if you can't hit the ball, let the ball hit you. Find a way to get on, especially when it's that big, slow, bending curveball. That's not going to hurt. Then that brings up Ben Boda. And Boda's 1 for 2. 2 runners on, 2 down. Pitch is over the inside corner for a ball, or for a strike. Boda singled to center field his last time up. Faulkner at second. And a called strike over the outside corner this time. This is about the time Bartles will probably come with a waste pitch or a chase pitch. Try to get Boda to chase one near the strike zone. Here's the pitch. And that's exactly what he did. He threw a chase pitch up there, but Boda didn't go for it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Foul down the first base line. Right over near where my car is parked. I can see the tail end of my car from the press box here.
Oh, yeah, I can see it now.
That one was kind of headed in that direction.
There was a little action in Bullfrogs bullpen.
Bartles at the belt, checks Faulkner at second, and the pitch. Fouled back into the screen. Count remains 1-2. Faulkner at second, O'Reilly at first. Or check that, that's not. It's O'Reilly at second. I don't know why I keep saying Faulkner out there. Because he scored. Pitch is low, and the catcher couldn't find the handle of it. Yeah, McCabe had trouble getting that one out of his glove. No, that is Faulkner. I don't. And the ball gets past the catcher and into scores, Faulkner. That's because Faulkner was here. I forgot to, I put him in the wrong spot, but he ended up scoring on the wild pitch.
And he came in for
Connor O'Reilly as a courtesy runner. And the count is now full as Voller, or check that's Bedminster is on second. Ben Boda at the plate. And a ground ball to short. Bounces out of his glove. Throw over to first, and they don't get him. Tough play by the shortstop. I think they're going to give him a hit. Yeah, they have not changed the error numbers up there at all, so. Brings up Jackson Vance. So the Cavaliers have Bedminster at third, Boda at first, 2 down, 1-0 count to Jackson Vance, who singled and struck out. Line shot to second, where it's snared by Rathke for the third out of the inning. But the Cavaliers pick up 2 runs on, check that, 3 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And I didn't see any errors, and 2 left on base. So, we've completed 5 innings, and it's the Cavaliers 4 and the Beef River Bullfrogs 3. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
For over 1/3 of its history, Eau Claire has been able to count on the Eau Claire Cavaliers for high-quality baseball excitement. Come be a part of Eau Claire's legacy with your hometown Eau Claire Cavaliers. Home games are at historic Carson Park. To plan your day of affordable family fun, check out the Cavaliers on Facebook, or go to the Cavalier website at www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Looks like Lucas Cosley going to start warming up a little bit down in the Cavalier bullpen. But as we were talking about up here, sometimes Lucas Cosley just goes out there to throw, and it really doesn't mean anything. And a line shot to short picked up by Jackson Vance. Throw over to first. It pulls Kopecky off the bag. And so that's going to be an error on Jackson Vance for Brendan McCabe to get to first. And we're going to have a courtesy runner in there for McCabe. And coming in to run is Palabicki, I think. I apologize. And the pitch gets past O'Reilly, but nothing happens. Jack Redwine at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Singled and scored his first time up. Here's the pitch. Foul ball off the left side. Counts even at 1-1. There's the pitch. Runner goes. Throw down to second.
They get him?
I've seen no sign by the umpire. No, evidently the ball got through and backed up by Boda. So Palabicki is on second, courtesy of the stolen base, because I'm not sure they had him anyway. Here's the pitch. Just missed outside. 3 balls and a strike.
Palabicki takes a lead. And the pitch. Ground ball to third, gets through into left field. Palabicki rounds third, and he's going to hold. And into second with a double is Jack Redwine. That'll bring up Carter Johnson with nobody out and runners at second and third. Johnson's 1 for 2. He singled to the shortstop his last time up. Jackson Vance was playing deep on the grass, and he just couldn't get the ball there in time. Called strike over the outside corner. Kelberg at the belt. Looks at third and delivers. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Carter Johnson at the plate. Kelberg at the belt. And the pitch. Fly ball out into right field. O'Brien moves over, makes the catch. Fires toward the plate. They're not going to get him. It's up the line. So it's a sacrifice fly for Carter Johnson. And Palabicki scores. And Redwine moves over to third. And it brings up Will Thibodeau. So the game is now tied in the 6th inning. And a line shot out into right field for a base hit. And that will score Redwine. That'll bring up Ryan Gray. Gray is 1 for 1. He walked, but he also singled to right. After 4 innings down in Osseo, it's the Merchants 7 and the Eau Claire Rivermen 1. Throw over to first. Thibodeau back. There's the pitch. Riley keeps it in front of him. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 2 runs in for the Bullfrogs, who've retaken the lead. There's the pitch. And that just missed high. 2-1. Kelberg fires. That one gets past O'Reilly. O'Reilly. 3 balls and a strike. Down to second went Thibodeau. Three and one's the count. There's the pitch. And that missed outside for ball 4. Puts runners at first and second, and that's enough to draw manager Pete Bartengale out of the dugout. Lucas Costley looks like he's ready to go. And
And they're going to have a little bit of a conference out there. We'll see if... Now he's going to leave him in.
Yeah, maybe just get Connor O'Reilly and Kelberg kind of back on the same page and slow the game down a little bit.
Give Costley a little time to stretch out that back. That's the injury that he had been dealing with. So that brings up Wes Boyarski, who struck out twice. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. That's a high hopper. Throw over to first, and they don't get him. That's going to be an infield hit. No, they charged an error. That's got to be an error on Kapanke. And that loads the bases. Thibodeau at third, Gray at second, Boyarski at first, and brings up Tyson Allen. He's 1 for 2. 5-4, Bullfrogs on top. First pitch, missed, high. And the pitch. This is a chopper right back out to the mound. Throw to the plate for one. They got the lead runner. So Tyson Allen gets on a fielder's choice. Gets Thibodeau at the plate. Gray moves over to third. Boyarski to second. And Allen is on first. Ethan Mogg comes up. He's gone down looking both times up. There's the pitch. And it's a called strike. As O'Reilly goes out and sweeps off the plate. He wants to make sure he gets that outside corner call. There's the wind and the pitch. And it's a called strike. Ethan Mogg has not swung the bat yet tonight. There's the pitch. It's high for a ball. One ball and 2 strikes, 2 down, bases loaded. And the pitch. Foul back into the screen. Count holds at 1-2. Kelberg hoping to get out of this inning. Here's the wind in the pitch. Missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bases loaded. Time called. Mogg steps out. Now he steps back in. Kelberg winds and the 2-2 pitch outside. The count is full. There's nowhere to put him, and it's traveling time. Runners will be off on the pitch. Kelberg at the stretch. Runners go. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll do it for the Bullfrogs in the 6th inning, but not without a little damage happening. They picked up 2 runs on 2 hits, and there were 2 Cavalier errors, and 3 were left on base. So we've played 5.5, and it's the Bullfrogs 5, Cavaliers 4, and you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Ready for a better way to bank? Switch to Royal Credit Union. Royal Credit Union is a financial co-op, not a corporation, so we return earnings to our members. That means you get low or no fees for account services and better rates on deposits and loans. You'll also have all the digital tools you need at your fingertips, so managing your account is easy. Royal is ready to help you discover the credit union difference. Switch to Royal Credit Union today at rcu.org/difference. Insured by NCUA.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
All right, we're heading into the bottom of the 6th inning. Cavaliers again down by a run, 5-4. Dan, you were saying that warming up down in the bullpen for the Cavaliers was either Lucas Costley or Ryan Lucas. So I'll bet Lucas is coming in. There's the wind and the pitch. That's a called strike.
Costley was getting most of the work, but all of a sudden Reese Lucas was warming up too.
No balls and a strike to Gabe O'Brien. He hits a fly ball to left field, hooking foul, and out of play. That one got snagged by the... Let's make sure we protect the kids playing on the play stuff down there, net. Here's the wind and the pitch. And a called third strike to Gabe O'Brien. That's going to bring up Caden Erickson. Erickson's 0 for 2. He flew out to right, lined out to right, and he has walked. There's the wind in the pitch. It's outside for a ball. Here's the wind in the 1-0 pitch. Low for ball 2. Warm and toasty evening here at Carson Park. There's the pitch. That's a called strike over the outside corner. And a chopper right up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, throw over to first, nowhere near in time, back to the fence, but it bounces right back to him. That's going to be a base hit for Caden Erickson. Brings up Cooper Kapanke. He tripled his last trip to the plate. He is also singled tonight and got hit by the pitch. Temperature at game time was 79 degrees and it's only dropped a couple degrees. It's down to 76 here. First pitch is a ball. And the pitch. It's outside. There is action down in the Bullfrog bullpen. High pop foul, straight back. Coming over trying to make the catch and not able to do it.
Little out of my reach.
You know, we're going to have to bring a fishing net. That would have got that one. 2 balls and a strike to Cooper Kapanke. Bartles looks in, takes a sign. Runner takes off. Fly ball. This is deep. It's got a chance, and they're just watching it. Goodbye baseball over the mega sign, and Cooper Kapanke hits his first one of the season. A 2-run shot over the left center field wall. That'll make the score Cavaliers 6 and the Bullfrogs 5.
Yeah, that was no doubt.
Yeah, the left fielder, Thibodeau, took about 5-6 steps in that direction, then just stopped and just watched.
Do we have no pitcher? We do.
We're getting a pitching change, and we'll get that all sorted up after we take this timeout. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
And we're back, and the new pitcher for Beef River is Mitch Adrian.
I could have had that foul ball if I had my glove.
And Adrian has an ERA of 5.25 coming into this. And we have a fly ball out into left center field. Making the catch is Johnson. That's going to bring up Anthony Pogozinski with 2 down.
2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 down. 2 do
And here's the pitch. It's high for a ball. Cavs on top. 6-5. There's the pitch. Fly ball into shallow left field. Dropping back is shortstop Kyle Mogg, and he makes the catch. So the Cavs pick up 2 runs courtesy of Cooper Kapanke's home run. And we've completed 6 as the Cavaliers lead 6-5. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I love the pizza we get when we go to Gino's Pizza.
That's because Gino's has been voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row.
I think it's because Gino's uses the freshest ingredients, premium quality meats, cheeses, savory spices, and zesty toppings, and all served with attention to detail.
Now you're making me hungry. Let's head to Gino's Pizza.
Scott and the rest of the folks at Gino's Pizza would like to invite you to come out and try the area's best pizza. Call about Monday through Wednesday dine-in specials at 715-835-2000. That's Gino's Pizza at 5110 Fairview Drive, Eau Claire, right next to Chaos Water Park.
Yes, and I can do something earlier too.
And we're back. Top of the 7th. Bullfrogs coming to bat. We have top of the order. Kyle Mogg, Taylor Rathke, and Brandon McCabe. Here's a bunt down third. And it goes foul. Kalberg stays on the mound for the Cavs. Oh and 1 to Kyle Mogg. Steps in to the plate. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 to Kyle Mogg. Here's the pitch. Infield. Fly behind the plate. Picked up by Connor O'Reilly. And we have 1 down. That brings up number 6, Taylor Rathke. Rathke's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. Little low. And the pitch. Off O'Reilly's mask. Fall back. Oh and 2 to Taylor Rathke. And that was fast. Foul ball down the left field. So the count stays 0-2. Here's a stretch. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout for Taylor Rathke. So we have 2 down. That brings up catcher Brandon McCabe.
And thank you, Dan, for filling in there. Boy, it's a long ways down to that special room that's necessary sometimes.
Go feet, go.
1 ball, 1 strike to Brendan McCabe. And the pitch is outside. That didn't miss by much. 2 balls and a strike. McCabe is 0 for 3, swing and a miss for strike 2. His last time up, he did get on an error by Jackson Vance. Here's the pitch, and it's a ground ball over to first. Kapanke scoops it up and trots over to the bag for the 3rd out of the inning. So 3 up, 3 down for the Bullfrogs in the top of the 7th. We've completed 6.5, and it's the Cavaliers 6 and the Bullfrogs 5. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
And we're back here at Carson Park once again. On the mound for the Bullfrogs came in last inning was Mitch Adrian. The numbers for Ethan Bartles, he pitched 5 1/3 innings, gave up 6 runs, all of which were earned, on 10 hits, struck out 3, walked 4, and hit 1 batter. Actually, I think he hit 2 batters. I think I missed one in there. Yeah, he got Cooper right away in the game, and then Xavier Bemdenster a little bit later on. So we're going to give him another one there. Say, hey, you hit 2 batters. Due up for the Cavaliers this half inning are Connor O'Reilly, Mitch Voller, and Xavier Bemdenster. So Connor O'Reilly steps up to the plate. And again, we have some action down in the Cavalier bullpen, and this is not Lucas Costley warming up.
That is Jackson Vance.
I was just going to say, I think that's Jackson Vance when I look at the hair.
Yep, the poofy hair.
Cassie goes, the poofy hair. And it is. There's the wind and the pitch. Called strike over the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Connor O'Reilly. O'Reilly singled, and Faulkner came in and ran for him. Ground ball to short, or to third, throw over to first in time for the putout. That was Boyarski over to Mogg. And they want to throw the ball around a little bit, and it ends up lying out in right field. So Boyarski to Mogg, and that'll bring up Mitch Voller, our Geno's player of the game. And the first pitch is a called strike over the inside third of the plate. Here's the wind and the pitch. That one was over his head. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the wind and the pitch. That's a called strike over the inside corner.
And I was just going to say, Dan, it looks to me like Mitch Adrian, his speed is a little bit different as Mitch Voller goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. That brings up Xavier Bemminster.
Yeah, you know, it was probably a good time to bring them in. You know, Cavs are starting to pick up some of Bartle's motion or signs.
And just time him a little bit. And now it's a change of pace. First pitch was a swinging strike to Bemminster. And the pitch is inside. Bemminster was hit by the pitches last time up. That pitch gets away. 2 balls and a strike. And it's high for ball 3. And it's a called strike on the outside corner. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. We're in the bottom of the 7th. And it's ball 4. So Bemminster takes the walk. Brings up Ben Boda, who's 2 for 3 tonight. So he's having a good night at the plate. There's the pitch. It's a little bit low for a ball. Bemminster on first. And the pitch. Fouled back off the right side. Adrian at the belt, and the pitch fouled back into the screen. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down to Ben Boda. Throw over to first. Bemminster back in. It was pretty close. Bemminster takes off, pitches high, and the throw goes out into center field. Bemminster heads over to third.
Oh, yeah. For us, 14 on deck. For us. Oh, Hunter Gunther. Hunter Gunther. It's Hunter Gunther. Yeah.
So 2-2 is the count to Boda. And it's a called third strike. So all that running by Bemminster to get him over to third base is for naught as Boda goes down looking. Cavaliers get no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. One left on base. So we've completed 7, and it's the Cavaliers 6. And the Beef River Bullfrogs 5. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ball game. Our next game will be on Wednesday, June 29th when the Cavaliers take on the Marshfield Chaparrals at Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:35 p.m. That's live Cavalier baseball on Wednesday, June 29th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Stepping in is Tyler Redwine for the Beef River Bullfrogs. And it's a called strike. And Redwine is 2 for 3, singled, doubled, and grounded to second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball into left field. It's a base hit. Redwine having a good evening at the plate. That's his third hit of the night. That'll bring up Carter Johnson. He's 1 for 2 with a sacrifice fly, a fly out to right field, and a single to short. And we're going to get a conference at the mound. And I'm going to check the defensive substitutions here for the Cavs. Erickson is now playing at second. Let's see if we can pick out, is that number, that's Hunter Gunther over at third.
Yeah.
So at the plate is Carter Johnson. Throw over to first. And back in safely is Redwine. No balls and a strike. Throw back over again in time. Or not in time. He's back in time, I should say. And the pitch, it's outside. Defensively for the Cavaliers, there have been some changes. Hunter Gunther is at third. Ben Boda has moved over to shortstop. Caden Erickson has moved to second base. And in the bullpen warming up is Jackson Vance. Ground ball picked up by Gunther. Throw over to second for the out. And they don't make a play at first, but they do get the lead runner. So Johnson gets a fielder's choice with a put out at second for Redwine. And that'll bring up Will Thibodeau. Johnson at first. Thibodeau is 2 for 3. First pitch is fouled back behind the plate. Out of play. He singled to right twice. Scored once. And popped a foul to Kapanke in foul territory. And the pitch is a foul ball off the right side. Jeremy was getting all ready to celebrate that time because that was kind of in the direction of where my car is.
I would have celebrated it like a lot.
Yeah, he would have celebrated a lot, he says.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, he wouldn't have? Okay. Kelberg throws over to first, and back in safely is Johnson. No balls, 2 strikes to Thibodeau.
Kelberg at the belt. The 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled back. Johnson is taking off on the motion. By the way, after 7 innings down in Osseo, it's the Osseo Merchants 9 and the Eau Claire Rivermen 2. O'Reilly setting up on the outside. It might be kind of a pitch out here. Here's the shots. Liner to Erickson and throw over to first to double off Johnson. So it's a liner to 4 to 3 double play. So for the Beef River Bullfrogs, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We've played 7.5. Or 7. No, 7.5, that's right. They're getting slow at putting it up on the scoreboard out there. That's what it is. Anyway, the Cavaliers are on top 6-5. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow. And what did you say to me just as we were going to break, Dan?
We got a game.
We do. Cavs up by 1, heading into the bottom of the 8th inning. I'd be curious to see if they bring Jackson Vance to come in to try and pick up the save. This would be the first save situation for the Cavs.
Yeah, Kelberg's been hanging on, but they'll probably have to make that decision here.
So leading off for the Cavaliers, Hunter Gunther. He's batting for Jackson Vance. And he hits a liner out into shallow center field, but over to make the catch is Johnson. And Cassie goes, no relation. Yeah, there are a few Johnsons in the neighborhood there, Cassie.
I unfortunately am not related to any of them.
That brings up Gabe O'Brien. Back to the top of the order. O'Brien is 1 for 4 tonight. There's the wind and the 1-0 pitch. It's inside for ball 2. Cavs sure wouldn't mind an insurance run in here. Pitch is high. 3-0 is the count to Gabe O'Brien. There's the wind and the 3-0 pitch. That's a called strike. That's his get me over pitch. There's the wind and the 3-1 pitch. And it's a called strike over the outside corner. So now the count is full to Gabe O'Brien. There's the wind and the payoff pitch. Swung and fouled back into the screen.
O'Brien digs back in. Adrian winds and fires. Outside for ball 4. That's going to bring up Caden Erickson. He's currently playing second base. I have a funny feeling he might be moving over. Here's the pitch, and it's a little high for a ball. Erickson is 1 for 3 tonight. Flew out to right, lined out to right, and singled to short, and he scored. Adrian at the belt. Steps off the rubber. Mitch Adrian came in the 6th inning in relief of Ethan Bartles. There's the pitch. It's low. Bartles is currently the pitcher of record for the Bullfrogs. There's the pitch. It's outside. And McCabe finally found it. 3 balls, no strikes to Caden Erickson. 1 out. Gabe O'Brien on first. And the pitch. And that's called strike. Again, that's his get me over pitch. Adrian takes a sign, and the pitch. And it's a dead ball, and he got him. Right on the sleeve. So Caden Erickson takes the free pass. Free pass via ball contact. Brings up Cooper Kapanke. He hit a blast his last time up. I think that's still rolling out there on the football field. Here's the pitch. High and away. He's actually 3 for 3 tonight. He's a double shy of the cycle. This would be a good time for that, Dan. See him hit a double out into the gap and end up hitting for the cycle tonight.
Yeah, there's a big gap between center and right.
And the pitch is outside for a ball. 3-0. And Cooper calls for time. Actually, I think the catcher, McCabe, called for time. He was adjusting the fielding. Infield at double play depth. And the pitch is low for ball 4. So the bases are loaded via a walk, a hit by pitch, and another walk, and that brings up Jaden Nix. Last time up for Nix. He's 1 for 2. He singled and flew out to center field. Check swing. Ball gets away and in to score on the wild pitch is Gabe O'Brien. And the other runners all advance. So now Erickson's at third, Kapanke at second, Nix at the plate. They do say that Nix offered at it. It was a check swing, but he went around. Here's the wind and the 0-1 pitch. It's a little bit high for a ball. One ball, one strike, one out. There's the pitch. And that one gets away from McCabe, and in to score comes Caden Erickson. And that's also got to go down as a wild pitch. Puts Cooper Kapanke on third. We have time called as they're having a conference at the mound. Taylor Rathke coming in to talk to Mitch Adrian. They do a fist bump. 2 runs in for the Cavs. 1 out. 2-1 is the count. Here's the wind and the 2-1 pitch. That's a called strike. Counts even at 2-2. Caden Erickson on third. No, it's Cooper Kapanke on third. We have too many guys whose names start with C's. Here's the pitch. It's high. Ball 3. Count is full to Jaden Nix. Here's the wind and the payoff pitch. It's high for ball 4. That's the 4th straight hitter that's been issued a type of free pass. 3 via walks and 1 on a hit by pitch.
We do have action in the Bullfrog bullpen.
And we're going to have a pitching change, and we'll get that all sorted out when we come back. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How was it? Is it good?
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
And we're back here at Carson Park. The new rump on the bump out there for the Beef River Bullfrogs is Jordan Payne. He comes into the game with a 7 I just saw it a minute ago here. 7.88 earned run average. Pogo's at the plate. Throw over to first. And back in safely is Jaden Nix. Cooper Kapanke waiting at third for something to happen. Payne at the belt and the throw over to first. And Nix gets back in. Final numbers on Mitch Adrian. He threw 2 innings, gave up 2 runs. Both were earned and did not allow any hits. Struck out 2, walked 3, and 1 hit by pitch. He's responsible for the 2 runners on base. Nix takes off to second, and they don't make a throw. So Kapanke at third, Nix at second, Pogo at the plate, 1 ball, no strikes. Runners take their leads. Swing and a miss. Both runners are at their lead. And the pitch. It's a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pogo. Pogo's 0 for 4. Got on an error. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's outside. And McCabe made the stop. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch fouled away at the plate. Cavs on top, 8-5. So we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Payne at the belt and the pitch. Inside. Nope, he called it a 3rd strike. He didn't make a whole lot of motion that time, but he called it a 3rd strike on Pogo. That brings up Connor O'Reilly with 2 down. Runners at second and third. O'Reilly is 1 for 4. And the pitch is inside. He had an RBI single tonight. Here's the pitch. And it's a hard grounder to third. Picked up, throw over to first. They're not going to get him there, and they're not going to get anybody at third. It's an infield hit. A very nice piece of base running by Jaden Nix, who came partway down the line. Cooper Kapanke came in to score. So that's an RBI single to third for Connor O'Reilly. That brings up our Geno's player of the game. He swing and a miss for strike 1 with 2 down. Remember, if Mitch should manage to get an extra base hit, then that soft drink you got coming tomorrow. There's a chopper to third, throw over to first, and that goes all the way over to the fence. Mitch Voller going to check in at second and is looking at third. He goes back to second, but he clears the bases. As Nix came in to score and Connor O'Reilly came in to score. And that's going to be an error on the third baseman. So both of those runs are unearned runs. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's inside. Xavier Bemdenster. He's 1 for 2 for the night. He's also been hit by a pitch and walked. There's the pitch. It's outside, ball 2. Cavs have put a big crooked number up on the board. They've got 5 in this inning. And I got the smart Alex over to the side of me because that means the Cavs have 11, and that's not a crooked number. Those are 2 straight numbers. Boy, I tell you. Here's the pitch. It's low. Ball 3.
You always got to have one of those in class, don't you, Rick?
What's that?
You always had to have one of those in the class, didn't you?
At least one, yes. Here's the pitch. That's a called strike over the outer third of the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, that's the get me over pitch. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That called strike. Well, it's no longer going to be a save situation as we go into the 9th inning. So I'll be curious to see if they bring Ethan Kelberg back out to try to finish it. Here's the pitch. And I think that one got him right in the wallet. That's the second time he's been hit by a pitch tonight. Like I said, he's subscribing to that philosophy. If you can't hit the ball, let the ball hit you. That brings up Ben Boda. Boda is 2 for 4. Singled a couple of times. Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. Well, I tell you what, McCabe is getting quite the workout back there behind the plate. And the pitch. That one was a called strike. That one was pretty much right down the middle of Water Street. Boda digs back in. Payne at the belt. And the pitch. Outside. Ball 2. Jordan Payne. On the mound. And he pitches. It's inside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Ben Boda. 2 runners on, 2 down. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cavs already have 5 in. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And that's a called strike over the outside corner. And the pitch, the runners take off, and it's just foul down the third baseline. So the count's going to remain full as it is traveling time. Voller on second. Bemdenster on first. Boda at the plate. And throw over to second. Voller's back easily. Jordan Payne on the mound. Looking in for the sign. He's at the belt. Runners take off. Here's the pitch. And that got him in the ankle.
NLWN-TV
No.
in the Dugout Show.
And that happens to everybody on occasion. So that one got Ben Boda in the ankle. And that'll bring up Hunter Gunther. And Gunther was led off the inning with a liner to center field, and we're going to have a pitching change. And we'll get that sorted out right after this timeout. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
And now on the mound for the Beef River Bullfrogs is Jack Redwine coming in from right field. I believe that means that Jordan Payne probably went out to right field. And he'll be DH'd for Still. So Redwine's making his pitching debut, at least as far as our stats are concerned. And that one almost got Hunter Gunther. And Gunther is 0 for 1. That was also this inning when he lined to center. Final score from Osseo, it was the Osseo Merchants 10 and the Eau Claire Rivermen 2. So the Merchants will maintain their hold on first place in the CRBL. The 1-1 pitch, it's inside. And they're going to call a balk on Redwine, and the runners advance. And it brings in Mitch Bauer. And the other two runners advance. Here's the pitch. That was inside. Gunther did everything he could to protect his knees on that one. 3 balls and a strike. And that one got him right in the cheek. Fortunately, it was the south cheek. And that's 3 straight hitters who have been hit by the pitch. 4 this inning. So that means 6 Cavalier batters have been hit by the pitch. Back to the top of the order, Gabe O'Brien. The first pitch is a called strike. O'Brien walked last time up this inning. Here's the pitch. It's a liner out into left field. It's going to fall down foul by about 1.5 feet. That would have cleared the bases. So Gabe O'Brien digs back in with an 0-2 count, 2 down. There's the pitch. It's outside. There's the 1-2 pitch. Outside ball 2. Bases are loaded. Here's the wind and the pitch. Foul back into the screen. Beautiful baseball evening. Cavaliers on top, 12-5. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitch is outside, ball 3. Count is full, 2 down. Traveling time for the 3 runners on the bases. Red wine at the belt, the runners take off. And the pitch is outside for ball 4. That brings Bedminster into score. That brings up Caden Erickson. And the pitch is inside. Oh, check that. He called that on the inside corner. I was looking to see if it ruffled his shirt sleeve. There's the wind in the 0-1 pitch. That was inside. That time it was inside. Base is still loaded, 2 down. Boda at third. Gunther at second. Here's the pitch. Foul back into the screen. O'Brien's at first. Here's the wind and the pitch. Just inside. Counts even at 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Caden Erickson goes down swinging, and the Cavaliers go down in the 8th inning. But not before they pick up 5 runs, or check that, 7 runs on, holy cow, how far back do I have to go? I don't think they got 1 hit. They got 1 hit. 7 runs on 1 hit. They did manage to get 3 walks or 4 walks, 3 hit by pitch, and 3 left on base. So you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball as they have the lead 13-5 on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
And we're back here at Carson Park heading to the top of the 9th inning. And on the mound for the Cavaliers, I believe, is Jackson Vance, or is that Lucas Costley?
Costley.
That's Lucas Costley. When we were at break, Dan, you were commenting about how Bartles probably is saying you should have left me in. The only thing you had really go against him was the home run. That's 2 straight games at Carson Park. Someone's parked one right over that sign. Tanner Halverson did that to Bartles last year, and Cooper Kapanke did it to him this year. Poor Ethan. That's one of our guys, too. I mean, that's a NLWN-TV guy. Lucas Costley on the mound.
Yep.
And I'll get some numbers here for you on Kjellberg. Well, we know he went 8 innings pitched. He gave up 5 runs, and I'll find out how many of those are earned, on 8 hits. He struck out 8. Ryan Gray at the plate. And the first pitch is a called strike. And he only walked 1. That's a called strike for strike 2. And the pitch is a called third strike on Ryan Gray. 1 down. Brings up Wes Boyarski, who struck out twice and got on an error by Cooper Kapanke. Public address announcer had a tough time with that one. And let's see, I'm still looking to see how many runs were earned. So of those 5 runs, only 3 were earned runs. So for Ethan Kjellberg, 8 innings pitched, 5 runs, 3 earned, 8 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Count is 2-1 right now to Wes Boyarski. And the pitch is a called strike over the outside corner. Costley at the belt. And the 2-1 pitch fouled away. Counts 2-2. I checked that. This is not Boyarski batting. This is Ryan Vath. And Vath goes down swinging. Two down. Tyson Allen is at the plate. And Tyson Allen is 1 for 3. He singled his first time up, then flew out to right and grounded into a fielder's choice. Last chance for the Bullfrogs, and the first pitch is a called strike. Costley's hat goes flying off. I think between him and Jaden Nix, I think we need to invest in chin straps. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Bemninster moves over, makes a catch, and that's the end of the game. Final score from Carson Park. It's the Cavaliers 13 and the Beef River Bullfrogs 5. Cavaliers got 13 runs on 11 hits. They did commit 4 errors, and the Bullfrogs got 5 runs on 8 hits, and they committed 3 errors. Winning pitcher tonight is Ethan Kjellberg, picking up his first win of the season, and the losing pitcher, Ethan Bartles. We'll be back with more about tonight's game in Talkin' Baseball, and we'll have that right after this timeout. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been watching NLWN-TV's presentation of Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Talkin' Baseball, with a look back at today's game.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Time now for Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
And we're back now at Carson Park. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, and we're ready to talk a little baseball. We still have Cassie Johnson with us and Jeremy DeGrosse. And yeah, he's over there in the corner. And the Cavaliers come away victorious tonight in a game that was a tight game through about the first 7 innings. And they knock off the Beef River Bullfrogs, sweep the season series from the Bullfrogs by a score of 13-5. And outstanding pitching performance tonight by Ethan Kelberg, went 8 innings. He did give up 5 runs, 3 of which were earned. You know, when you go 8 innings and you give up 3 earned runs, that's right about where you want to be anyway, so that's an okay day. He did give up 8 hits. He struck out 8, walked 1. Lucas Costley came in and mopped things up, going 1 inning. Didn't allow any runs, struck out 2. Ethan Bartles picked up the loss, and he went 5 1/3 innings, gave up 6 runs. All of those were earned on 10 hits. And the most critical of those 10 hits was that big 2-run home run by Cooper Kapanke. And as I was going to say, as I said to you a little earlier, Dan, that's the second game here at Carson Park in a row for poor Ethan, where someone has put it over the left field fence on him.
Yeah, you know, he hit it. Yep, we're back.
We're back. Okay.
Yeah. You know, the Bullfrogs were right in this game, and Ethan had them right there. And you know, we were talking about that earlier. When they hit the home run, maybe the Bullfrogs jumped the gun a little bit, and they could have let him figure it out. But yeah, after that, the bats came alive. The Cavs picked up some good runs.
And you know, it wasn't so much the bats coming alive, but the Bullfrog relief pitchers really struggled finding the home plate.
Yeah, they definitely struggled, and Cavs defense just never gave up much.
I mean, when you look at the 8th inning for the Cavaliers, where the Cavaliers hung a 7th spot up on the board, they had a line out to center field. Okay, Bullfrogs still have things under control. Then there's a walk, hit by pitch, walk, then a strikeout, but I believe that was on a 3-2 count to Pogo. Then a single, then someone got out on an error, then 3 straight batters get hit by pitch, then another walk, and then finally a strikeout. So,
yeah, the Bullfrogs just kind of shot themselves in the foot there in the end of the game.
Yeah, they sure did. And I believe Manager Pete Bartingale is going to be on his way up here in just a second. So we're going to take a bit of a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have Pete Bartingale as we're talking baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh, boy.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How was it? Is it good?
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
And we're back here at Carson Park, and we're talking with Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale. And first of all, Pete, congratulations. 13-5. That was a big 8th inning.
Yeah, it was a big eighth inning there. We got off to a little slow start here, and got to work on those slow starts because that'll come back to bite us here down the end.
You're absolutely right. The Bullfrogs were in this one through the 7th inning.
Yeah,
and then they couldn't find the plate.
No.
Because it wasn't your hitting so much that did it in the 8th inning. It was the fact that, well, what'd you pick up? 1, 2, 3 walks and 4 batters hit by the pitch. That's not going to do well for a team in the field when that happens.
No, and we're thankful that Jelly
is his nickname.
Yeah, Jelly pitched a great game here, and he's been pitching well all year. And that's luckily tonight he pitched really well. 8
innings and he picked up his first win of the season. And you're right. He's pitched really well this year. And if anybody deserved to get a win, it was Jelly out there, and he did the job. And then Lucas Cosley came in and shut things down. It was not a save situation, but baseball's that game. It's not done until that third out is rung up in the last inning. And so
I want to get Lucas a couple innings or 1 inning, but Jelly never wants to come out of the game. I think he was at 108, 110 there, and that's getting a little too high, but that's the type of competitor he is.
And you're right, and yet those last few innings that he threw, he seemed to be getting stronger.
A little stronger, and he just didn't want to come out of the game, so... thought Connor O'Reilly caught well. I thought our defense was a little sketchy. We got to continue to work on that. We had to work out last night, and we need to continue working out because we don't play until another week. So
Right. In fact, we were talking about that the other day when we spoke, and the schedule makers weren't kind to you. Well, and the weather didn't help either when you had that game with Hagen rained out. Put a big gap before this game, even though you did have the game down at La Crescent.
Yep.
And then now there's another big gap before you face, in fact, a really big gap. You don't play another league game until the All-Star game.
Right.
And you do have the Marshfield Chaparral, so you're bringing some good talent in here to face the Cavs. And so that'll be a lot of fun. But tell us a little about what's going to happen now. Tomorrow there's a meeting for the All-Star game, and I know you're new to it, but what do you understand is going to take place?
My understanding is, we'll nominate 4 or 5 guys, but I think we got about 4 or 5 candidates, but I'm getting a really bad echo here. So it's really difficult.
It's just a delay, yeah.
Yeah. But hopefully we get some candidates on there. What are we, 7 and 5 in the CRBL?
You are, yes.
Yep. So I think a Cooper Kapanke is deserving.
He helped his cause tonight.
Yeah, man, that was a nice shot, wasn't it?
That beat his brothers. That was a big towering shot. And now you can say to Campbell, that's how you're supposed to do it.
I actually thought a big play in that game where people were watching is when Hunter Ginther didn't pick up that bunt, and I think it was a 6-5 game. And late in that inning, because if he'd have picked that up, that guy would have beat it out. That game could have been totally different. So that was a big play he made by letting it go foul. But I don't think people realize that. But I gave him a lot of credit for letting that go.
And so, there's some things that need to be cleaned up a little bit. Sometimes it seems like it's taking a little bit long to get the ball out of the glove on the left side of the infield to make the throws. Few too many guys are beating those out for infield hits because they're otherwise a fairly clean play. It's just taking a little long to get the ball out of the glove.
Yeah, Vance has played great for us there, but I think he's getting a little rusty because I don't think he's played in 2 weeks. So,
okay.
So he may have to pitch for us a little bit more going forward. I mean, we have Ben Boda that can play there. Caden Erickson could play there. Hunter Ginther could play there as well. So, but Vance may have to pitch a little bit more for us going down the road.
Well, congratulations, 13-5 over the Beef River Bullfrogs. I don't have a score on the Chippewa Jim Falls game because that would make a difference for you guys as far as how far out of the playoffs you are. If Chippewa could pull off a win against Jim Falls, you'd only be a half game out of that final playoff spot with a half a season left to play.
Yeah, we have some big games coming up here now. So Tilden and
2 with Osseo.
Osceo's coming up, so we have to shore some things up. But I think we've come back from where we started to put us in position to make a run at the playoffs. And if we don't get in the playoffs, then we want to get in that Wisconsin State tournament,
In the
which I think we
WBA,
should.
yeah.
And I think we'll be competitive in that. So I think we're coming around from where we started. We just have to shore up a few things, and I think we'll do that.
Well, congratulations. 13-5 win today over the Beef River Bullfrogs, and we'll chat again right before you take on the Marshfield Chaparrals next week.
All right, thanks, Rick.
Thank you, and we'll have more Talking Baseball right after this timeout. You're tuned to Talking Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Back here at Carson Park, Cavaliers come out on top, 13-5 over the Beef River Bullfrogs, bringing their CRBL record up to 7-5, and getting ready for the All-Star break. That's coming up in a little bit over a week. It'll be right here at Carson Park, and of course we will have it for you on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Winning pitcher tonight was Ethan Kelberg, picked up his first win of the season, and taking the loss for the Bullfrogs was our very own NLWN-TV color commentator Ethan Bartles. He's helped us out with some football and basketball last year, and oh well, Ethan, can't always go well for you, I guess. Anyway, I want to remind you that don't forget to join the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-TV on Wednesday, June 29th, as the Cavaliers host the Marshfield Chaparrals. Live coverage will begin at 6:30 with the In the Dugout show, and it will also be Culligan, Sterling Water, and YMCA of the Chippewa Valley night here at Carson Park. Also, don't forget, coming up on July 1st is the Chippewa River Baseball League All-Star Game, and we will carry that right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network as well. Oh, man. There it's back. Okay, I thought our audio disappeared there for a second. And the Cavaliers want to remind veterans of the United States military that they can get a lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games by simply coming to Carson Park with your veteran's identification, and the Cavaliers will be happy to issue you your lifetime pass. Just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service. Our Geno's player of the game today was Mitch Voller. So stop out at Geno's Pizza tomorrow, mention Mitch's name, and get yourself a free soft drink. He did not get an extra base hit tonight. Had he done that, you could have gotten a free appetizer, but he didn't, so you still get a free soft drink out at Geno's Pizza. That's out by Highway 93 and I-94, right next to Chaos Water Park on the south side of Eau Claire. Today's Cavalier baseball game is brought to you by Geno's Pizza, right next to Ashland City, and voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row. Midwest Environmental Consultants, lawn care and soil testing experts for the Chippewa Valley. Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, comfort food the way Mom used to make it. Callista Salon on Water Street in Eau Claire. Call 715-864-5332 for a reservation. Muldoon's Menswear on Hastings Way, where the well-dressed men of Eau Claire shop. And Royal Credit Union, where they're different in a good way. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. For Dan Petrow and Cassie Johnson, this is Jeremy DeGrosse. Or Jeremy DeGrosse. Oh, come on, Rick. This is Rick Olson. I'm not Jeremy DeGrosse. He's sitting over in the corner. This is 2 times in a row I've screwed up your name, Jeremy. Oh, well, and I apologize. Final score, once again, let's get out of here. Cavaliers 13, Beef River Bullfrogs 5. You've been tuned to Talkin' Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been watching Talkin' Baseball, a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. This has been a production of NLWN-TV.